Enjoying life day by day, living it up in California. Heading down to Walmart, want to look at a few things. Maybe go to the mall? I'm not too sure. We'll find out. My portable battery pack in here with a cord. And also, I stubbed my toe earlier today. And I didn't feel like walking to the car, grabbing the battery and the wire, walking to my normal spot. Granted, I'll be sitting out there, but I didn't feel like doing all that. So today I don't think it's going to be advice. More or less, it's going to be like my feelings. Not like feelings like emotional feelings or just feelings on like how I feel about certain things. And the one thing that was on my mind today, and that's been on my mind occasionally before I even left for California, is I personally can't wait to get my own apartment. And if any of my roommates are watching this, it's not that you guys are horrible, because you guys are amazing. Like I said in yesterday's vlog, you guys are amazing for giving me a place to stay out here and being so nice to me. But I thought this before I even came out here. I don't know, it's just something about... Granted, it's not a house to where it's like, oh, I own this house. Having my own apartment, there's just something to that that I like that idea. I don't know if it's that I'll actually have my own privacy or whatnot and everything. It's just something I've wanted for a while. I've always thought about it. Like I said, and I keep on repeating myself, sorry. But I've looked at a couple of, before I even came out here. I was going to have somebody else come out here with me. And so I actually was looking for apartments right off the bat. Because just so we had a place to stay. So after looking at a few of those in the floor plans, pictures, and 3D models, and 3D pictures, because some apartments had the 3D cameras that they literally put down, took a 360-degree picture, and you could actually look around it. And after looking at a lot of those, it's just something like the fact that I'm so close to that makes me excited. And don't get me wrong, I like it's nice living with other people, because you have somebody there for you if you need to talk to somebody. You have somebody there to actually like ask, hey, you want to go out and do this later? You want to do that? It's nice to do stuff like that, but having your own apartment, it's exciting for me. And I've been looking at more and more, and I'm just wanting it more and more. A couple of people out here have already told me room with somebody else. The apartments are expensive, and I've looked at a few, and I've never actually... Granted, I can wait for an apartment because I know it's money out of my pocket. But I think it's because I haven't actually had a full taste of reality yet. But I'm not too sure. Like, I look at prices for apartments, and I do math. I've done the math a lot of times, and it doesn't seem like it would be completely unaffordable. But give me 1 second. But yeah, it's not like... I mean, I've done the math for myself. And I think it's because I haven't got a full taste of reality and what everything actually is yet. And that's why I think it's so attainable. And I, like, in the back of my mind, I know most likely I will have to room with somebody. And that's not a big downturn if I do end up having to do that. But if I don't, that'll be amazing. Like, I would love to get a place on my own. It's something, like I keep on saying, it's something about that. And I'm sure everybody, or a lot of people, feel the way I do. Granted, for some reason, I never actually got that feeling with my car. Actually, no, sorry, I did. I got the feeling with my Blazer when I had before I had my Camry that I have now. I had a 96 Blazer. That was when I was, I think, 17 or 18 I got that. I think it was 18. It was 18 when I got that, which was only 2 years ago. Loved it, but it wasn't... It was old, and it had a lot of miles on it. So there was a lot of stuff wrong with it. And I had it for, I think... Actually, was it when I was 18? I think it was maybe when I was 17, because I think I had it for a year and a half or something like that. That sounds about right. I've had this car for a year and a half now. So yeah, that sounds about right. But yeah, I had that feeling with the Blazer, even though I didn't personally get it. It got given to me as a gift, and I felt more of an ownership of that vehicle than I did over this vehicle. Granted, I mean, I don't know if it's because I'm only leasing this vehicle, but I don't know. This vehicle, I would think I would have more of that feeling of ownership, because I didn't do it on my own. I had to have a co-signer. Because my credit wasn't established yet. But yeah, I would think I would get more of a feel of ownership with this vehicle, not my Blazer. But I don't know, maybe it was because my first actual car, I got that feeling. I don't know. And a lot of you may be saying, oh, how can you go from a SUV to a sedan? And I didn't mind it. Well, actually, no, I did. But it was more or less availability and pricing. Availability, pricing, and also availability, pricing, and I can't even think of the last thing. Give me 1 second. And timing. The Blazer was pretty much shot when I got this vehicle. I really was inoperable. Well, it was operable, but I could only drive it for like a maximum of 5 minutes. Then I had to let it sit for at least a half an hour before I could drive it again, because it wouldn't start. So... And the red lights is because somebody right in front of me is pulling away. But yeah, no, it's like, I don't know. Let me know if any of you out there watching this right now has been in my situation, to where you've been so close to your first apartment that you got on your own. And let me know if you've had this kind of feeling, because it's different. I've never actually gotten fully like excited about something in a long time, or giddy, as I've called it in a past couple of months. Oh, what did I get giddy for? Oh, if one of my friends or family could tell me in the comments what I got giddy for, I actually said, like, I'm actually giddy for something. Maybe it was actually coming out here. I was actually getting giddy to get out here. I don't quite remember. I know I've put it up on Facebook. But it's like, I don't know, a lot of good things have been happening to me in the past while, and good things keep on happening to me. I'll share this. I have an interview Tuesday, and I won't say what it is because I don't want to jinx myself. I won't say for what position. I might have already said it. but it's for a position I would really like to get. Honestly, I would take a step below it if I had to. Or I wouldn't say if I had to, but if it was offered to me. If for some reason the position I applied for wasn't available or wasn't offered to me, I would take the lower one. But I think the reason why a lot of good things have been happening to me is because I've had that more of a positive mindset lately. And I used to be, like I said yesterday, I used to be angry all the time. Like, just get angry at the littlest things, and always have that attitude, like, at my job. Granted, I won't go into details at all, but at my job, stuff would happen, and I would get in that mindset like, oh, I'm going to quit. I'm not going to go into tomorrow. And that's not even necessarily my last job, because my last job, I needed to pay bills. That was my first job that I actually needed. All my other jobs were just income for myself and to help out my dad, to contribute something instead of nothing. But like at my other jobs, it actually did happen before, but I'll get to that later because I feel like sharing it. But I've always had that kind of attitude, but recently, especially once I got out here, I have more of that mindset that things are going to happen no matter what you try to do. Even if you try to stop it, they're still going to happen occasionally. And you got to deal with it. You got to live with it. And that's advice for, I can think of at least one person out there. I don't know if he's going to watch this, but he has a job, and he said a couple of times recently, or when I was still living in New York, that he almost quit. He actually said his dad actually made him not necessarily made him not quit, but convinced him not to quit. So if you're listening, take my advice. Things are going to happen. Just let it go. Live day by day. You can't stop it. Well, you can probably, but you're just got to live with it. And just have that more of a passive mindset. Like, I used to, if somebody said something to me, like told me, like, they thought I did something and they were like, what the fuck, man? Like, why did you do that? Normally I would probably come at them and get aggravated and yell at them or come at them the same way they came at me. But nowadays, I mean, granted, it hasn't happened yet, so I don't know if I'll actually do this, but I feel nowadays if somebody was to do that to me, I would just kind of be like, oh, I'm sorry about that, or see how he feels or what he feels I did that offended him or her, and just resolve it that way, and maybe even get the person calm, because I've done that a couple of times in my jobs, to where a customer has come in angry, not necessarily at me, sometimes, at least once, I don't think a lot, mad at me, and I've gotten them to calm down by not yelling at them, but just calmly talking to them. That's all you have to do, because when people see that you're calm, usually, I would say probably 75% of the time, they'll lower their tone, because either A, they feel bad that they're yelling at you and you're not yelling back, so they're like, oh, I'm the asshole. Or B... Alright guys, so about that story, about when I actually did walk out on work, I won't put that in today's vlog. I might save it for tomorrow's vlog for you guys, but it just took up so much time. I made the video like a half an hour long, so I had to cut it out. But if you like today's vlog, go ahead, hit that like button down below, comment, and let me know what you thought of it down below, and also hit that subscribe button to keep up to date. And I will see you guys in the next video.